What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Big Mouth Season 6, but before we get into the video, I just want to apologize. They're cutting down trees in my backyard, and you can probably hear that shit. You can probably hear the chance. Listen. You hear that shit? So I picked the worst time to film a video, but I wanted to get on here and talk about Big Mouth Season 6 because I just finished it yesterday, and I wanted to get this review out while it was still fresh in my mind, so hope you're smoking along with me, staying high with me, staying hydrated with me. I want a little classic today. I'm just sipping on some Miller Lite, honestly, so. Cheers. Let's talk about Big Mouth Season 6. This is going to be a spoiler-free review because I do think you guys should go out and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Obviously, this is Season 6, so if you haven't seen any of it, you'd have to catch up on all that other shit, but if you haven't seen all that other shit, you're probably not watching this video, so go watch Season 6. It's streaming on Netflix right now, but I want to talk about it real quick. Before we get into the review, I hope you're smoking along with me, like I said, and if you are, now's your chance. Let's fire it up. So, Big Mouth Season 6 picks up pretty much right where Season 5 left off. I wish I would have rewatched Season 5 before going into Season 6, because there's definitely a couple things that I forgot about. Definitely some things that I needed to be refreshed on. But if you don't watch Season 5 before watching Season 6, I don't feel like you'll be completely lost, because, like, they do a good job at catching you up pretty quick. But there's also some shit going on that happened in Human Resources, that side show that they have on Netflix too. And they make a joke within the first like 30 seconds of the new season, like, oh, I had to watch Human Resources and able to get the shit that's going on here. Like, they're intertwined, and they are. Like, there's a couple characters from Human Resources that are in the new season, and there's a whole plot line, a whole plot point from Human Resources that's in Season 6. And I didn't watch any of Human Resources, so that's where I was at with that. But like watching Season 5, you don't really have to watch Human Resources. They do a good job of getting you caught up. There isn't much to miss out on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they have it's not like the whole plot of Season 6 is revolving around some shit that happened in Human Resources. But if you want to watch Human Resources before Season 6 just so you're completely caught up, that's understandable. But I did think they did a really good job on this season. There's an opening music number, which I think is pretty regular for Big Mouth at this point, but I actually really liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. I was a little worried that they would go off the rails with this season, because I'm like, how long can Big Mouth keep this going? Because I know that there's a lot of people out there that fucking hate this show. Like, hate this show. Even my partner hates this show. But, like, when they talk about it, they're talking about, oh, like, I hate the voices. And that's not usually what I get. I usually hear people talking about how they hate the humor and they hate the art style, which I can understand, you know what I'm saying? Especially, it's kind of awkward to watch it with other people, like, depending on your friend group. But I thought that this season did a really good job. I think they always do a good job at addressing shit that not many other shows do in regards to sexuality, gender, pronouns, shit like that. Because even though this is an adult-themed show, we all know that there are like middle schoolers or high schoolers that are watching this and could benefit from some of the lessons that are being taught in this show. So I think they do a good job at like realizing the responsibility that they have and actually doing something with that responsibility, like actually addressing shit for their audience. There's just one episode that's just about vaginas, you know what I'm saying? Obviously it's Big Mouth, and they do a really good job at pointing out, like, not all women have vaginas and not everyone that has a vagina is a woman. And I thought that was a real standout line, because it's really cool that they made that distinction. Also, there's a character in the show that is genderless, like no gender, non-binary, but not like officially. They just use they them pronouns, and they don't associate themselves with any gender. And I thought that was pretty cool, because they hadn't introduced that yet, and I was wondering when they were going to, because in the previous season they definitely, you know, like in a lot of previous seasons they've addressed like gay and bisexual and like shit like that, but this time they actually got to address gender. Do you hear how loud it is, bro? Oh my god, this nigga is all up in my door. Like, what is that, dog? Oh my god, I really picked the worst time to film this. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry you gotta deal with that noise in the background. But some other things that they addressed that I thought was pretty cool is not just in regards to sexuality and gender, but they also address like dating a person that's like wanting to change for you, and like you shouldn't have like, there's obviously some boundaries, there's obviously like situational basis with that, but if a person wants to change who they are just to be with you, and you're like, well, I don't want to change you like that, like I just, you know, they did a really good job at addressing that, and I thought that was pretty cool because, like I said, a lot of shows aren't addressing what Big Mouth is with the audience that they have. As far as the humor, obviously it's the exact same thing, same shit, but I did notice that there was a lot less child nudity, which was cool. I really like that. Thank you for that. And less like kids jerking off, which, you know, it's kind of crazy because obviously the kids are getting older. I think they're 13 in this season. And you'd think that with them getting older, they would take more liberties, but they really have been stepping back a little bit. Even with like, I can't believe I'm saying all this shit. Even with like showing them nut and shit, like there's less of that. There isn't as much of that in this season, and I really appreciated that because that shit can get uncomfortable as hell, especially in that one scene from like season 2 or 3 or something, the "I Love Our Bodies" song. I don't know. Like I said, there's less of that, so props to them. I thought this was a good season. Like Lola has her own episode, kind of, you know. There's a lot in this season that I really don't want to spoil it for you guys, because like if you're a fan of Big Mouth, I do think you should watch it. It's alright. They also address asexuality. I was wondering when they were going to do that, and that was really cool because I've known like a few asexual people in my life, and they have said like the exact same things that this character says, and like gone through the exact same shit. And I really think that they handle these things well. Like they really handle these situations and these discussions like pretty good for an animated show about shitting and coming. Like I'm gonna be honest, that's what I really like the show for, is the heart. And I know that's crazy saying that about Big Mouth, but there is a lot of heart in that show, bro, and I really fuck with it for that reason. So if you haven't watched it, I think you should. Obviously, it's streaming on Netflix right now, so go stream that if you're interested. Thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry it was a quick one, but you know, I just want to get this review out real quick for you guys. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I got a bunch of new shit coming up. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the subscribers. We on up. Peace.